Hello, I am Mandalorian Mangler, the host of the Creatures of Queens Twitch and YouTube channels, and I am here to talk with you today about how to play Dungeons & Dragons for free. So let's head over to Google and let us search the internet for some free resources. So the first thing that we need to be concerned with is obtaining rules. So we are going to do a search for the Player's Handbook 5e PDF, and we are going to find a variety of different resources. Now, you could click on this first or second link, but I would suggest that you should actually go down and look for this media.wizards website with the Player's Basic Rules version 0.2. So this document is the official published basic rules from D&D by Wizards of the Coast. Now, the benefits of using this is that it is basically the player's handbook without all of the art and the flair. So you will get all of the rules that are necessary to create player characters and start delving into the world of Dungeons & Dragons for completely free. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more gloss, and we're not discussing the legality of this, you can search some of these other links, some of which are available through like PDF Drive, GitHub, etc., where you might need to have an account to download the PDF. But you can also, using this first or second link, be able to obtain a printed copy of it, where you will be able to see the art and all of that other stuff, and you can save the PDF to your computer, or you can save this link into your bookmarks and use it at your convenience. And as you can see, you will see a copied version of the document. Actually, looks like it is a black and white version, but free is free, and you shouldn't complain too much. In a future series, we will discuss spending money. You're also going to want to go and do a Google search for Character Sheets 5e. Now, if we did a search for character sheets, you would see that there are many different types of character sheets available to you. Now, the most basic one is the one that I am showing you. It is the official from Wizards of the Coast. You'll see that this is a PDF fillable form, so we can continue to add data to this if you are using it on a purely computerized version of it, or you could just print out blank sheets and make sure that you have some pencils, erasers, a variety of different types of paper also to help you during this process. Now, you're going to want, just loose leaf or computer paper to take down notes, additional resources for your character sheet, in addition to this basic format and spell list that you will be able to provide. Now, if you want to get real fancy, you can do different searches for class-specific character sheets that some people have designed so that they have additional information already built into the sheet connected to traits and features for each of the different classes of playable characters. Some of them have, more color and visualizations to it. One I will show you is color-coded according to skills. Where are we? I know you're here somewhere. I've used you many times before. Color. Here's the one that we're looking for. So you'll notice that by using this sheet, you can more easily understand which skills and which saving throws are connected to which different of the 6 character attributes that we are concerned with. So you will see, for example, that anything that is charisma-based is purple on these 2 charts. It's, I don't know, I'm a visual learner, and I like using color-coded patterns to help me learn, so this may help new players as well. So we have our character sheets, we have our basic rules, we have collected pens, pencils, and a variety of other writing implementations, maybe some markers, etc. You have spare loose leaf computer paper, and hopefully you have some graph paper too, so that you can make your own maps. Now, if you are not going to make your own maps, I would suggest that you use the Dungeons and Dragons Maps, or DnD Maps subreddit. Now, obtainable on this link, you will find tons and tons of free resources. Some of them are from amateur map makers. Others are from professionals who are going out of their way to provide you with free resources so that hopefully it inspires you to, support them monetarily, whether they have a Patreon account or a variety of other, means to pay for their services. Now, again, you'll every day that I go and check the site, I at least find 2-3 maps that I think are interesting that I pin, save, and sort of store in the back of my mind for a future adventure. Now, you'll see that you can find everything from basic maps to isometric maps, campaign maps, world maps, etc. Now, there are some great websites like DonJohn. A bunch of stuff at the end. Now, DonJohn has not only 5e resources, but also resources for 4e, Pathfinder, D20 system, AD&D 2nd edition, and then other general fantasy role-playing sort of engines and generators for your purposes. So you'll see that right here we have quick references, the spell sheet, which I use often from DonJohn, but there are some limits to this. So whether you are a player or a beginner dungeon master, this is a great resource. Let's take a look at the spell sheet. You'll notice here that we can cross-reference spells and find a variety of different things based on these categories. So let's say we are looking for a enchantment spell that is level 2. Right? We can search down that way. Now, the one limitation to this is that this site does not provide all of the necessary information available to us. So let's take a look here at this Tasha's Mind Whip. You'll notice that when we click on this one, it does not provide us any information because it is not in the SRD. Thus, it is not open and a free resource for us to just see and look at our own discretion. But any of these ones that are from the PHB, the Player's Handbook, you will see. Oh, no, not that one either. That a variety of them are obtainable to see what the actual spell is, but there is this guide down here on the bottom so that you can know what other resources that you can be doing. So, just like I showed people how they can search by doing the name of the book, like we did Player's Handbook, 5e, PDF, you can do the same thing for any of these other books. Now, again, the legality of it, we are not going to discuss because we are just talking about how you can play things for free. It does not mean that you have not obtained resources off the internet from a variety of, nefarious methods and means. But I have used DonJohn in the past. I use it all the time. It is a great site where you can get a variety of different resources available to you at, just one click away. Another good resource is this open5e.com site. Again, you have a variety of different categories that you can go and choose from. And I don't use this one religiously, but I do like the magic item list on this one where everything is completely listed. All right. And again, let's click on some random stuff. Oh, look, this one, we have the ability to be reading the resource and the specifics of this Staff of the Python. But again, if it is not under the OGL open license, it is not obtainable for us to look at. So not everything is, going to have all of the details that you need. So a good thing that you can do in that case is you can do something like this. Just type in 5e and roll 20. You may be able to obtain a variety of resources that are open and available for you to use. Now, once again, if it's not under open license, you don't have the SRD, you will not be able to obtain it via Roll20 as well, and it will be necessary for you to obtain the books and information from other places. So, doing a 5e search, you can come across a variety of other content as well. So, we got our rules, we got our character sheets, we got our pens, pencils, we have obtained some maps that we were able to print out. Now we need dice. Now, dice generally cost money, and Dungeons & Dragons dice are unique. So as a result of that, it is going to be more difficult to obtain them from, various places around the house. You can get plenty of D6s, which are the, standard box dice that are available in Monopoly and many other games. So you could grab a bunch of them. That would be helpful. But unless you are willing to spend money on dice, you're not going, if you're not going to the hobby store, then you're going to want to use this resource. Natural 20 is an app only available on the App Store, but there are many dice simulators that you can obtain various apps for. This is the one that I prefer to use because it allows a variety of different functions that not all of the dice apps actually have. So one that I like is that I can do multiple dice rolls on here. You can use a calculator. You can do everything from a D2 to a D100. So it's got a lot of versatility. It is good for players and dungeon masters alike. You have roll histories. You can custom set different setups ready, sort of like macro keys in a sense, to make your game run smoother and faster. So if you're looking for dice and you don't want to spend money yet, you're trying to just figure out, do I like this game, wading in the waters, I would suggest obtaining a dice roller app like Natural 20. Now, there are a couple other resources that I'm going to name as we finish up. One of them would be Complete Reference for D&D. This is a good resource if you plan on playing Dungeons & Dragons with your phone and other digital resources. So what this app allows you to do is, in addition to giving you the basic information like we've already seen from rules connected to spells and class, race, etc., this will also give you the opportunity to put in digitized versions of character sheets. You'll need to manually enter them, as well as inventories. The inventory can take weight into consideration. It can do some basic math for you. So it is useful if you are going to digitize your character sheets. I personally like paper method myself, but for those who are out there, I would suggest downloading the Virtual Tabletop Fantasy Grounds. It is actually my personal choice for using virtual tabletops. I am in the process of beginning a partnership with them. There is an affiliate link below. So for anybody who does want to purchase a standard or ultimate license, please use the affiliate link. It will greatly benefit the channel. But if you're just getting your feet wet, a free demo version is great. And the free demo version will allow you to gain access to a module within the software that has all of the open SRD content available to you. Now, granted, it is limited just to the player's handbook. And if you want more, you will need to pay for modules that are essentially the hardcover books in digitized form that will stay within your library on your own personal server. That is, if you take the standard and ultimate option. So if you don't have internet access all the time, anything that you do have saved within your own Fantasy Grounds profile account will be on your computer, readily available and accessible to you. So, that is a good option in addition to downloading PDFs and having, saved copies of things on your computer. Now, the one thing you can't do with Fantasy Grounds is play on your phone. It is, a computer downloadable software. There is not an app version that you can use, but it is a great resource for people who are interested in saving some of this stuff on their computer and, interested in building character sheets and etc. And if you have a desire to play online games and you're looking for, to play a game with me or have me direct you to online games, I will be 99.9% of the time directing you to games that are played on the Fantasy Grounds virtual tabletop software. So let's start from the top real quick again. All right, we have searched originally the player's handbook, and we obtained the basic rules as well as a color or black and white version of the player's handbook that we will save as a PDF. We have obtained the basic character sheet or the upgraded one with a couple different colors in there. You have these open resources available to you. You have some maps available to you. You also have dice. And once again, you collected those pencils and markers and all of the loose paper and extra six-sided dice that you may have around the house. And there you go. You have everything you need. By doing that, you have rules, the writing implementations to get going, as well as a bunch of online resources so that you can digitize it if you so choose to. If you liked what you saw, do me a favor, hit that like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend, get some people interested in playing D&D, and I will be back in the future to show you how we can upgrade our resources by spending a little bit of money and slowly expanding our collection of Dungeons & Dragons resources. I'll catch you sometime soon. This is Mandalorian Mangler, signing out.
Like, comment.